weights in. Our victors thus far, Jet Strickenberger of West Virginia got us started. And at 133, it was Dom Serrano of Northern Colorado. Here at 141 pounds, 2 versus 4. Cael Happel, the senior from Northern Iowa, who last year lost to Anthony Echemendia of Iowa State, and Tagen Jamison of Oklahoma State, 20-3, who defeated a #1 seed, the national champion from a couple years ago, Andrew Alirez, in the semifinals. So another highly anticipated matchup here at 141 pounds. This will be their 5th meeting in the last 2 seasons. This year in their duel, it was a 4-1 sudden victory win for Happel, and then in 2024 they met in the regular season, the Big 12 tournament and the NCAA tournament, and the Panther from Northern Iowa won all 3. So if you pay any attention to college wrestling, and certainly this postseason tournament, you know there was a lot of hoopla around Tagen Jamison and the weigh-in procedures yesterday. There was a lot of things going around on social media. Here are the facts we can tell you. Tagen Jamison yesterday was scheduled to wrestle Air Force's Carter Noble in the first round. That match was delayed. The Air Force Academy Twitter account tweeted out that Jamison had been disqualified. That was not true. That tweet was later deleted, and the match proceeded later than it was originally scheduled. Now, a wrestler must compete at his conference tournament to be eligible for the NCAA championships. We inquired with the Big 12, and a spokesperson told us it was simply a miscommunication over timing, and that was that.
As soon as I got here yesterday, coaches came up to me and started giving me their opinions and what should or should not happen. I'm just glad that there was a decision that was made.
So it's the Cowboy and the Panther. And a big match here, one of 3 where these 2 schools go head-to-head. It'll be here at 41, 84, and 97, with just 12 points separating Oklahoma State in first and Northern Iowa in second, as the Cowboys look to win the Big 12 for the first time since 2021, and Northern Iowa for their first conference championship since all the way back in 2009, with their best finish here in the Big 12 being in second place.
Both of these guys are measured wrestlers. They don't put themselves in bad situations. Jamison has oftentimes had a slow start, but has an explosive double. Now, Happel, he doesn't do much work from the outside. He's more in the phone booth. And when he shoots, he doesn't do what's called a penetration step. When he kind of leans with his right leg, it's just a real quick step and gets in there. So these guys are measured wrestlers and don't do a whole lot, but they make sure they keep themselves in good positions.
And Happel really did not wrestle a close match yesterday. 2 majors and a tech fall, getting by Jacob Frost of Iowa State in the semis.
Keep the hands legal, guys.
Now in his 4th year in the starting lineup for Doug Schwab in Northern Iowa. Last year lost in the blood round at NCAA. Is looking to become an All-American for the first time this year as he gets set to go to Philadelphia.
Action, guys, action.
As I mentioned, Jamison has a very strong double leg takedown. He gets in and he runs his feet extremely well. And Happel has what's called a high seat. He's able to get in and grab one leg and finishes pretty effectively. Let's see who gets their offense first.
Jamison, the second-year transfer from Minnesota. Last year, finished 4th here at the Big 12s. Was seeded 10th.
Work through it, guys.
Going into
Work through
NCAAs, went 0-2 at the championships.
Keep the hands up.
Again, the recent history between these 2
No fingers.
has favored Cael Happel of Northern Iowa.
And I tell you, 141 across the country is in flux. You wonder, you know, this is really lots of seeding implications in this match right here.
Well, there's these 2, and then how does the
Action.
loss for Alirez impact his seeding too going into the
No
NCAAs?
fingers.
So many questions here. Coming out of the Big 12, we'll have 61 allocated spots and then just 43 at large for the remaining wrestlers to make up the field of 330.
Keep them legal, guys.
You saw Jamison kind of do a kind of a modified double. He didn't really penetrate, and it was blocked immediately with the forearms of Cael Happel. Jamison might want to start to pop the elbows to get to his double.
Green down.
In-match
Guys,
adjustments.
need more, okay? Need more offense. Pick it up. Both you guys. Here we go. Good set. Good set.
It's kind of going as we
guys.
expected.
Wait for
you
me,
know.
Red. Head
These
in the
guys,
middle,
as
wait
you said,
for me.
Mike, they've wrestled several
ahead.
times. They know each other.
Good.
And they realize the importance of this, not just for seeding, but also in the team race.
And victories here in the championship finals are worth 4 team points. That's the advancement point. Automatically 12 for locking in the, at worst, a second place finish, plus any bonus points. So 4 plus any potential bonus.
Still red here. Still red.
And there's our first point, and it belongs to Cael Happel.
And for those new to
Neutral.
wrestling, bonus points are when you may pin, win by technical fall, which is 15 points, or you may win between 8 and 14 points. You see that? Right there, Happel kind of just reached. He's not going to necessarily penetrate. He kind of just reaches and gets in. Really strong wrestler, too.
He said he wasn't 100% sure, but being named Cael, being from the state of Iowa, he thinks he's named after Cael Sanderson. Cael Happel here on the mat was born in 2001, and Sanderson, the head coach at Penn State, wrestled at Iowa State from 1999 to 2002, a perfect 159-0 college career.
And Cael starts, he said he got into World War II an awful lot.
Yeah, pretty thick stack of books behind him when we talked on Zoom last week.
No fingers. Let him go.
And he's a busy man, engaged to get married this summer to his fiancée, Ella. And wouldn't you know it, it's a wrestling
Action
couple
here, guys.
through and through.
Offense
Their
from
first
both.
date was to the Olympic trials.
Tagen is getting a little closer to the legs. Before, he wasn't sniffing the legs, but Jamison is getting a little closer to that double. We've seen this throughout his year, tight matches, and then he starts to get the timing down in the third period.
Red, your choice.
1-0, an escape point is the difference through 5 minutes.
Down. Red down.
And
Red
on to
down.
the third, Jamison will go down.
Third period, guys. Pick it up, okay?
Measured
Wait for
match.
me, Green. Wait
Not
for me.
too much
Head in the
going
middle.
on.
I'll tell you when.
They just don't want to make any
Go ahead.
mistakes.
Happel was here in the finals last year, a 4-2 loser.
Still green here.
Looking for a Big 12 title. They're back to their feet inside 2 minutes, even at 1.
All right, let's see the fireworks now. It's just kind of like they were just going through the motions. I'm gonna get you an escape. I'm gonna give you an escape, and now we can wrestle for the win. Happel wants to be in a phone booth. Jamison wants to get to his double.
Fingers. Stay out of them.
Jamison is moving his feet a little more, and Happel's kind of moving straight ahead. When you have someone that shoots a double, you don't want to just move straight ahead. There's that step. You're right, just right there. He just steps in, and now he's showing his strength. Good defense there by Jamison. But he finally got the leg. He just gets close, and he just kind of steps. There's no penetration step there. Just stepped into it.
And what core power from Jamison to fend off that high C shot from Happel.
And Happel's, he can't just move straight ahead. He's got to circle, because if you go straight ahead to guys that hit doubles, that is in their wheelhouse. He's got to circle a little more.
And that was what Happel told us. This year, one of the things he worked on was being better at attacking to both sides of his opponent's body. Instead, he goes right through the middle and tries to finish it off.
And not just that, Happel earned a stall call. So now Jamison has a stall call against him. And Coach Taylor saying, you got a stall call. Here it is. We said that. He just ran his feet, but good hits there by Jamison to keep the whizzer or the overhook. And here we go.
Final 30 seconds of regulation.
Fast and furious. Under 30.
Big 12 championship, 141 pounds, 15 seconds, third period. Jamison goes low. Happel fends him off. And it looks like we are headed for sudden victory, save for some dramatic finish here at 141. Time expires, and it's 2 minutes sudden victory.
Happel is getting to the legs.
Red, you have a stall
Now,
warning, okay?
remember, Sudden victory means that any point scored. So if Jamison does any stall in this 2 minute, the match is over. So he's got to attack. He's got to move forward. And you can see Happel's confidence growing. He's able to get to the legs. He's just not able to finish it. But all it takes is one double for Jamison to set this place afire.
A crucial match for the team race as well here. Just our third win of the night.
Happel's working hard. He's cutting off the mat. He's slowly coming through. Now, when someone does not do a penetration step like that, you open yourself up for go-behinds. Almost a Dayton Fitz inside trip there.
Center.
Now, good job by Happel. He has his head on the side of the underhook. Whenever someone has an underhook, you want your head to that side.
Backing, green.
Oh, wow.
102, a stall call on both wrestlers.
Man. All right. Do you tense up or you attack? It's equal now. One as a stall. There's the double. Good defense. They're going at it now. A little shot there. Is there going to be re-attack? Another re-attack. They're just attacking. There it is. He's into the high C. But good position there by Jamison. Jamison is going to try and sit around. But actually, Jameson's in a good position. Could he get it? No takedown yet. Good defense there by Happel. Happel's going to lift up. No control. They're moving.
Happel's trying to take it to the edge. Everybody's got to be careful here. Each of a stall call. 14 seconds left in sudden victory.
Nothing, no takedown. Good hold. You got to earn something there. He's got that ankle.
Trying to finish it with 3 seconds. And they're out on the edge. Clock reads 0. Now, I think they're going to say there's 1 second left here in the sudden victory period. And a brick is thrown by David Taylor in the Oklahoma State corner.
Okay, now let's see what's happening. So there's a brick. And the brick means that David Taylor in Oklahoma State wants to challenge the call. When we say challenge, they want to say, look, I disagree with the call on the mat. So now the officials are going to come over and look.
Oklahoma State's challenging that there was a takedown.
So we heard clearly that Oklahoma State is challenging that takedown on the out of bounds. So at this point, they're going to have what's an independent reviewer. Actually, they look at it themselves. They're going to look at it. Head official Eric McGill and Craig Blake. They're going to look at it and say, did we make the right call? 2 things can happen. The first thing, they can say the call stands or the call is confirmed. Same thing. They're not changing. If it's confirmed, that means it was obvious. If they say it stands, that means that, we don't have enough information here. So at this point, you can see that Happel still has the ankle, but Happel is continuing to fight. But Jamison is doing a good job. Is he around and covering the body? He's underneath the legs, but he still has the ankle. We don't see that there. He has the ankle. You see the knee of Happel kind of just blocking it. At that point, they're looking for it. I don't see enough in there to say that a takedown was there. He's still kind of perpendicular, kind of like a T shape. And then when he got that leg covered, then you can say, but they were out of bounds. So they're going to look at it, and they're going to say, look, is there enough evidence to overturn the call on the mat? And the call on the mat was no takedown. So they're going to look at it, and then they're going to make their decision.
What's really important here, too, is we could go to tiebreakers here, or this match could be over pending the outcome of this call. Let's see. This is Eric McGill.
After further review, the call on the mat is confirmed. No takedown.
So no takedown. If Jamison wins this match, it's also the team championship for Oklahoma State. The lead would be insurmountable at that point.
There's 1 second.
For Northern Iowa.
1 second.
So now it's 30 seconds. It's 1 second left.
Remaining.
They're obviously going to go to 30-second rideouts. What happens in the 30-second rideouts? Each wrestler gets to be down, gets a choice. Either they're going to go down, top, on their feet, but you wrestle through the whole situation. So 1 second, and now the official is going to flip his disc. And the choice goes to Oklahoma State.
Red
and
down.
Oklahoma State says, I'm going to take down. Jamison has 30 seconds to
watch
continue
that.
wrestling. The only time wrestling would stop is if there's a fall or a pin. Otherwise, it's going to be this 30 seconds, and then there's going to be another 30 seconds.
Wrestle the whole
So we have a
30,
minute
guys.
left of
Have
wrestling.
a good start. Head in the middle.
Unless there's a pin.
Wait for me. Go ahead.
5th meeting in the last 2 seasons for these two. And an escape point each.
Hey.
And remember, they both have a stall call.
No, here.
Out on the edge, and not surprisingly, there was a fist in the air from Thomas Gilman in the Oklahoma State corner looking for that stall
Stay on
call.
the mat, guys. Stay on
Both
the
have a
mat.
stall call. So what has to happen is that if Jamison gets to his feet,
Same thing.
it's
Head in the
Happel's
middle.
responsibility
Good
to bring
start.
him
Head
to
in
the mat.
middle. Good start. Hey, we each have a
This is
stall,
tense right here. Not just for the match, but also for the team title.
That was only 10 seconds. And Jamison is out.
Again, they wrestled through this whole 30 seconds. Now, it's very important. It's very important that we pay attention to the riding time.
14 seconds at the end of that first tiebreak.
14 seconds in favor of UNI's Happel. Meaning that if Happel gets
Same
out
thing, we
in
each
less
have a
than
stall,
14
okay?
seconds,
One
he
stall
will take
each.
the lead.
Head in the middle,
Even
wait
though
for
it will
me,
say
get
2-2, because he'll have the net positive
Red, wait. I'll tell you
in
when.
riding time. Let's just watch it.
Go ahead.
Keep in mind, 14 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. There's also a stall call. Oh, it's under 14. It's under 14. That's the wrestling. Remember, there's a stall call. There's a stall call against both wrestlers. So Happel has to still present himself. He has to stay in the middle. If he stays in the middle, it could be a win for UNI. Is it enough? Where's the double for Jamison? Is he going to push him out of bounds? He's got to stay in. He's got to stay in.
And that is it. Cael Happel knew the time on the clock, and he got the escape in under 14 seconds. It is a big 12 championship, and he keeps Northern Iowa in the team race.
Shake. Both sides.
What a gritty match for the Panther train. Pull down that, the slow pull for the Panther train. Man, that was a tough match.
Well, that train is not chugging along. It is going full speed with the energy after 141 pounds.
Let's go.
It had to be under 14 seconds. So Jameson's trying to do a good job of watch the roll, and he gets his hips away. Once he separates, he lost control. 1 point for Happel. You say it's tied. It's not tied because he was net positive in riding time, and he just kind of dances in the middle, not to give up a stall call. Cael Happel looking solid with a gritty match against a very game Jamison.
And Doug Schwab is fired up. 3 weights under our belt already, and 7 minutes has not been enough for 2 of them. So let's go on a 149. First number